Hi boys and girls, welcome back and welcome to your last week of school. How exciting is that? So since it's the last week of school, we're going to do another read aloud that's just for fun, something that would interest you and would be fun to listen to. But remember, just like last week in our read aloud, there's still things that you can practice while we're reading, even if it's just for fun. For example, we could talk about the main idea, the characters and setting, problem solution, you could make a prediction, you can even help me read along, all right? So those are just some things that you can continue practicing even when we're just reading for fun. And if you notice, where am I again? In our classroom, you're right. We are in room 132, Miss Noda's classroom again. Isn't that so exciting to be reading a story or listening to a story that's in our classroom? It makes it so much better, right? Because we just miss it so much. All right, let's get started with our story. Our story is called, the title, Even Superheroes Have Bad Days. That sounds interesting, doesn't it? When I think of superheroes, I think that they just have good days all the time. But this says that they have bad days. Let's find out. So here are our superheroes. We have Beastie, Zing, Thrash, Laser Man. When superheroes don't get their way, when they're sad, when they're mad, when they have a bad day, they could use superpowers to kick, punch, and pound. They could shriek, they could screech with an ear-piercing sound. They could crush wooden crates and bend metal gates. They could throw trucks and buses across several states. Let's look at pictures a little closer. They could knock over buildings like towers of blocks and crumble the streets into rubble and rocks. They could use laser eyes to ignite forest fires, or fling boomerangs to deflate the town's tile. Sorry, let me try that again. They could use laser eyes to ignite forest fires and fling boomerangs to deflate the town's tires. But upset superheroes have all sorts of choices. Instead of destruction and loud, livid voices, they burn angry stream off with speed of light hiking or super extreme outer space mountain biking. So instead of punching or being violent or being mean to others, there's other ways that superheroes can let off their anger in better ways, like taking a bike out in outer space or climbing on the moon. They chase wanted bad guys with supercharged zing, dragging hundreds to jail while police dance and sing. Woohoo, there's the police officers dancing in the background with donuts. They're happy that the superheroes are helping. They track down and tame super-mensing beasts and transform pity parties to victory feasts. But displeased superheroes who don't feel sincere could have super temptation to cause a bad scene. They could blast icy blizzards on hot afternoons, or walloping twisters in a monster typhoon. A typhoon is when the water gets really, really, really big. It's a really big wave and it comes into the city. They could spin super webs super far, super sticky, and tangle up towns with their silk. Super icky. They could rotate the planet and mess up the world time. Or sit back and relax while the world fills with crime. Oh no, those don't sound like good superheroes. When superheroes don't get their way, when they're sad, when they're mad, when they've had a bad day, they could super rampage. They could, but they don't. Because real superheroes just wouldn't. They won't. Instead, they dig down to their super best part, the strong superpowers contained in their heart. And using their talents as true heroes should, they battle the urge to do no harm, even though they could. They acknowledge their sorrow, their anger, their pain, as they wait for their super emotions to wane. That means go away. So instead, when superheroes get angry, they know that they can do really bad things to the town. But they don't, because they know that they're superheroes and they're supposed to protect when times get hard. So instead, when they get angry, you can see here, they're kind of just relaxing, kind of just like what we do sometimes on our carpet spots, when we just sit there and we take deep breaths and we calm down, because sometimes getting angry only makes things worse and it makes us feel even more uncomfortable inside. So sitting down like our superheroes do and they relax and they acknowledge how they feel makes them feel better. We should try to be like superheroes like that. We could be our own superheroes. And when we get angry, we can think of these superheroes and think about what they do to help themselves calm down. It's okay if they frown. It's okay if they sigh. It's even okay if they slump down and cry. But then they get up and get on with their day. And they go be superheroes, saving the world in their most super way. The end. Wasn't that such a great fun book, boys and girls? So like I said earlier, when these superheroes get angry, they have to remember that they're superheroes and they need to help us and they need to help make things safe. And if they get angry, they can really destroy things. But they have to remind themselves that getting angry like that doesn't always help situations and they need to be the good guys. So like we need to be the good guys and we need to help each other with our learning and making friends and making good choices. We also need to be aware of our emotions. And when we get angry or upset and we want to cry or we want to yell and be angry, we should think about like superheroes. We can be our own superheroes and tell ourselves that when we feel like this, we're not helping anybody. We're only causing harm and making our bodies feel all tense and uncomfortable, and we don't like to feel like that. So we can be like superheroes and we can calm down and think about how we feel and think about how we can fix it to be better people, just like superheroes. All right, boys and girls, good job today. I hope you enjoyed our story.